We did a little short form, now we're going to move things on to something called long form improv, and for that, we're going to call up a very special guest. This guy runs 2 different improv groups in Japan. He runs groups in both Tokyo and Osaka. He's a very good friend of ours. Give a big Hong Kong round of applause for Mike Stafford. Please give Mike a couple of words to inspire him.
Chicken, tomato, chicken,
Tomato.
table,
Hungry out there.
tomato.
Alright. Yeah, okay. So tomatoes. I'm from Minnesota in the States, and we have a really big we have a really big garden in our backyard. It's probably like the size of a soccer field, roughly, I guess. And we grow a lot of vegetables and fruits. And ever since my dad retired, he hasn't had a lot of stuff to do, so he likes to garden kind of full time now. And he donates a lot of the stuff that he gardens to the food shelter by our house, because usually they have canned food. They don't actually get fresh produce. But my dad's also kind of like a data freak, so when the first year he started doing this, he would drop off like cucumbers, tomatoes, all kinds of like corn and stuff. And it would be like a tax benefit. They would say like, okay, you brought in 52 pounds of produce, here's a tax deduction. And my dad started thinking, okay, corn doesn't weigh that much. It kind of takes up a lot of space. So in like the 4th year of doing this, he's generally gotten bigger and bigger things that weigh more. So like we're donating pumpkins and squash. He's gone from like cherry tomatoes to actually just regular like big tomatoes. So I think last year he donated like a full metric ton of produce to the local food shelter, and everyone's really happy. The news people came over and did a story on him. Pretty crazy. So yeah, that's my story on tomatoes.
I'm so happy about how much we've donated to charity. It'll look great on our taxes.
It's the only reason we do it.
You know, sometimes
The only reason to give to charity.
I think about all the homeless people who are helping us reduce our tax burden. They're in my heart. They're in my heart.
You know, I feel the same way. And I just want to say, I noticed that the migrant laborers that you hired to tend the garden are just not doing as good of a job as I was wondering if I could start physically abusing them.
I mean, if it'll get them to work harder and we will produce more tonnage, I'm okay with that. There's a weed right here. Oh, how are our pumpkins ever going to go to state fair championship size? I want things that, you know, I don't care if they're poisonous or radioactive, they need that weight.
You know what, I agree. And when Fernando comes back here, I'm going to show him what happens when you let one weed grow in our garden. And I'm going to remind him that we're doing this for the children. Or is it the homeless?
Whichever the tax
Like
benefit's
poor
greater.
people.
Yeah.
I'll just say poor people.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I was just in the back, you know, like tending to the garden. But I was hoping I could come in like for a glass of water because the sun is beating on my head and I'm feeling kind of dizzy.
Fernando, please come in.
Please, Fernando, I want you to just understand something, okay?
Okay.
Water isn't free.
Oh, I see, yeah. I try not to drink too much, just enough to hydrate my body because I want to work like really hard for you.
We're going to remove this water cost from your paycheck. I hope you understand.
I get a paycheck?
No, Fernando, you are an intern and you are gaining valuable life experience. You can feel free to apply for college credit with. Also, I'm going to beat you with this baseball bat for a second.
Oh! Honey, we don't want to break the bat.
Now, Fernando.
Oh, Mrs. Smith, why
Fernando?
you do that, huh?
I did that because when you let that weed grow out there in the garden, you hurt our tax return. I mean, poor people.
I hurt poor people?
You hurt poor people, Fernando. How does that feel?
That weed took valuable nutrients away from the other large, heavy vegetables in the garden.
To be totally honest, that hurt more than a baseball bat, you know? It hurt my heart.
Fernando, you're poor. You don't have a heart. I'm just telling
Oh,
you.
that hurt even worse than the first one.
Fernando, do you want to keep sleeping? Listen, my husband and I have been so generous to you. We allow you to sleep in that doghouse in the backyard for free. We do not charge you rent, Fernando. And we've told you that if the dog doesn't finish all the food,
Please.
Hey, you like it? Like I got this whole space, like this half is for Ruffy. Like he's technically it's his house, but he's like a pretty good roommate, you know. Like
He's cute, but he's not as cute as you.
oh, thanks. So like we can like chill here on the on this little bit of hay. It doesn't look comfortable, but it's kind of comfortable. And like I don't got much in the way of entertainment, but we can watch the dog sleep. And you know, I'm sorry about the bruises, but you know my employers, like they're kind of
No, your employer did not hurt you.
oh yeah.
They hurt my Fernando? Are you okay with me calling you my
I
Fernando?
love it. Like you are the first person to say positive things to me in so long.
You're a wonderful person.
Fernando! It's Papi!
Bobby, hi.
Fernando!
Hola.
Mommy and Papi have surprise visited you. Who is this?
Oh, this is a bit awkward.
Did you get married?
Can you come outside? We can't see you.
Hey, mommy, papi.
Oh, Fernando! It's good to see you.
I don't know what's more embarrassing, like the fact you find out I live in a doghouse, or like you come and oh, mommy is already.
I am Fernando's Papi.
Did
This is my Fernando.
Jessica, this is my family.
You're my new daughter.
I guess we are married now. I had my parents.
They're very kissy.
Did you have a baby?
This is my roommate, Rafi.
Oh, I've heard it.
Jessica, we noticed you've been spending a lot of time in the doghouse recently. Why don't you come sleep in the house with us?
I'm never going back to the house with you. That is the most kind-hearted boy in the world.
The dog?
Oh, you're so right. Rufus is just a great dog. Sometimes I think he scares away intruders.
You're horrible people.
How could you say that about us? We donate to charity.
We have incredibly great tax returns.
Everything you do is selfish.
Selfish? No, we're trying to help. We're trying to help the U.S. government. We're trying to reduce the amount of money we pay to them, and therefore reduce their overall tax load.
I thought of that. We're sort of like philanthropists on two levels.
We're trying to make America a better
I
place.
am moving in with Fernando,
What?
and we're kicking Rufus out.
Oh my goodness.
Rufus can have my room. He
Jessica.
can stomach it.
Jessica, like I really like you and all the support you give me, but sometimes I feel like our relationship is built around your rebellious like attitude towards your parents. Like it's more like you want to get back at them and less like you really like me as a person.
That's not true at all. Let's go outside their window and make out.
Like that's the thing. Like why can't we make out in this doghouse? Like it's comfortable, it's private. Like I'm not into the whole exhibitionist thing.
It's okay. We can make out here and then.
Jessica, listen, I
don't want you touching my shoulder anymore.
When I was young, I too thought that, hanging out with poor people would make me cool. But it's not hanging out with them that makes you cool. It's reducing your tax benefits. I'm serious, marry him already. Then you're not dependent on us.
Oh my God! You want me to marry her?
Of course. Then we can stop claiming you as a dependent, which is bad for us, but great for you in terms of your overall tax structure and filing.
That's a wedding. And by the power vested in me by
Wait!
the U.S. tax attorney.
Wait! Okay, my Fernando, you can proceed. More of those.
My family,
I'm sorry.
they're passionate. They're Latinos.
I wasn't aware that Latinos did the double cheek kiss. I thought that was a European thing.
We were trying to fit into your country. It seems we read the wrong Wikipedia page.
But we like this being extra sultry.
Wonderful. As I was saying, by the power vested in me by the U.S. Tax Attorney's Office, I have the power to take you to institutions that are entitled to write-offs, including dependents, mortgages, health insurance, children.
Once again, like, I'm having a lovely honeymoon, but why again do we have to do it like in your parents' front yard? I was hoping we could go to like, I don't know, like a Caribbean island or my home country of Puerto Rico.
Jessica and Fernando, have you guys thought about adopting a child for the tax write-off yet?
No.
Just think about it. Just think about it.
I have to be honest with you. Just before we went to the wedding, I almost broke up with you.
You were having second thoughts?
Once my parents were all okay with everything, I realized that wasn't the way to hurt them.
Well, I guess we could do.
Thank you for coming into my office. So you're trying to say you want to pay more taxes?
I would like to pay as many taxes as I can.
All right.
I would like to have a negative.
All right.
I would.
You have killed two children. Is that the way that works out? Yep.
Was that a real question?
Rhetorical. I've answered it.
I just want to piss my parents off. Tell me what to do.
You can give all your parents money to the U.S. government, and you can plant very, very lightweight vegetables in their garden.
Jessica, you have disappointed us over the years, many times in many ways, but this is the final straw.
Cherry tomato?
So, when you guys said the size of a soccer field, you meant like roughly the size of a soccer field, right?
Yes.
So the World Cup will go on even though it's like, probably right.
Yes, this isn't the World Cup so much as it's what we're calling the World Flagon. It's like a cup, but it's similar. It holds liquids.
Oh, like a sieve?
Yeah, it's held by FERFA. It's a soccer institution which acts much like FIFA, but the rules are a little looser and.
You'll love this. You'll love this. I've gotten us a new kind of bill that they can kick around.
Yes.
That'll
It's
do.
a bill. It is a lawmaking object that
Yep.
legislatures use to form governments.
That's right.
A group of
That's right.
muscular men will kick it around the field.
I figured it was good enough.
Well,
You know what? Ever since those rich people stopped paying taxes, we haven't been able to fund sports. All right? I am doing the best I can out here.
you know, so line. What can we say? If we're doing our best, I feel like people should be not happy, but content.
Yeah.
Similar to happy.
We at FERFA are trying, okay? That's the important thing.
I'm still not super happy after having formed FERFA that you made FERFA. Like, I think
I felt like a free market and a competitive, another league. So, got my boys working on some FERFA merchandise.
Remind me what FERFA stands for.
Oh, it stands for the Federation for Earthly Redundance in Frequent Airlines.
Alright boys, get your marketing asses in this marketing office. Woo! We need more ideas, more FERFA ideas. We gotta sell more FERFA merch. I don't know why the Federation for Earthly Reduction of Frequent Flight Airlines is not selling off the shelves, but that's our job, we gotta do it. So, throw out some FERFA ideas to me, please.
I got a great one, boss.
Yeah.
Got a really good one. We are going to make more footbills, right? We're gonna,
Yeah, of course. Play our FERFA game without footbills.
And we need these footbills, and we're gonna have a bunch of goalers.
Goalers.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're gonna guard the goal.
Perfect.
and we'll make miniature figurines of all of them and sell them in hobby shops.
Okay, I like that idea.
Listen, I flew all the way to China to tell you guys that I am from FIFA and you guys are being sued for trademark infringement.
What does FIFA stand for anyway?
Well, of course it stands for the Federation of International Football Association.
I don't think that's right.
Well, you're right, it's not. Listen, I shouldn't be saying this, but we at FIFA have kind of a schism. We've all forgotten what the acronym stands for, and we have a lot of different ideas of what the organization should be doing. Some of us think we should be flirting in front of amateurs. Others,
Finding Indians for America.
listen, I really think it should be Filipinos in front of anteaters. Filipinos doesn't even start at oh, no, it does. The Philippines starts with PH. Damn it.
Tell me again why you want to bring me to America.